It's a beautiful Saturday afternoon. Just got done hitting the gym, and as I was driving home, I stopped by this development here in Palm Desert. I'm going to show this to you. The prices here are absolutely shocking, and we're going to talk about this in a few minutes. But before I show you this development and we get into what's happening in the housing market, I want to take a few minutes and I want to talk about a video I saw yesterday on Appalachia'S Homestead. Many of you watch her. Patera is an individual who I look at who is walking the walk. She had a really good video yesterday where she confronts a troll, calls one of her trolls up on the phone, and he hangs up on her. And I want to talk about this. First off, I give Patera credit. She's walking the walk, confronting trolls now. I think that's fantastic. But she made a couple points that I can relate to and that I'm going to talk about here for a couple minutes. You know, she talks about this individual who was trolling her, that he has a company or a service. I believe it's firearms training. And she said, who would hire somebody like this if they're trolling a woman online, taking their time to troll a woman online? Who would hire somebody and use their service? This person, you know, maybe isn't balanced. Maybe they're jealous. Maybe they have all other types of issues, whatever the case may be. But, you know, this is not somebody you would want to be hiring for really any type of service. And, you know, I thought about this, and there's so many people making videos offering so many services. They offer all sorts of training. They offer financial services, spiritual services, business services, health. And when you look at the health of these people, when they're offering you health advice, they look like some of the unhealthiest people on planet Earth. You know, they're calling other people overweight and fat, yet these people haven't looked in the mirror. So very, very hypocritical. So we have people giving financial advice. Some of these people are very, very broke. Many of these people are the last people you'd be taking any sort of financial advice from. So you have to be very, very careful of who you're hiring for services, for training, who you're taking business advice from, financial advice from, nutritional advice from. You've got to be extremely, extremely careful. But I give Patera a lot of credit. She's walking the walk, but she makes a great point. You know, who would hire somebody like this? And you don't know. So make sure that if you're taking advice from somebody, especially if you're paying for a service, that you know a little bit about the background, a little bit of the history of those people. Anybody can tell you anything, but are they actually walking the walk themselves? Again, so many people out here make these videos and give financial advice, yet they've had multiple car repos, tax liens, they've lost business licenses, they've had evictions, they've lost homes. And look, everybody's had some bad luck now and then. I get it. But when you have trends like this, when this is the normal, you shouldn't be taking any type of business or financial advice from people who've had multiple businesses go out of business. Maybe people, you know, who've had problems with the law. Again, people who have multiple tax liens, people who've been sued, people who've had licenses revoked. Why would you ever take any advice from people like this? So make sure, if you're listening to somebody, if you're paying for a service, that you know what you're getting. There's so many fake people out here. And Patera really made me think about this again. We've talked about this in the past, but you know, this individual owns a company who's trolling her. I don't care what kind of company it is. This is an adult man trolling a woman on YouTube. I mean, who would take any type of advice from a person like this? And when I watch Patera's videos, this again is a individual, a person walking the walk. She is doing more than most people making videos out there. So I commend her. I thank her for her service. I thank her for keeping it real, ladies and gentlemen. So check that video out. I'll try to, if I remember, I'll put the link down below so you can check it out. But again, watch out for the frauds out there. Watch out for the snake oil salesmen out there, always pitching, always selling. You better be preparing right now, ladies and gentlemen. There is no magic pill that is going to get you in better shape than actually going out there running, hitting the gym, hitting those mats in jiu-jitsu, putting the gloves on, hitting the heavy bag, doing a couple rounds with somebody, rolling against somebody in jiu-jitsu. There's no magic pill, ladies and gentlemen. You got to go out there. You got to do the work. You got to have the structure and the dedication. That's the only way it gets done. People want to find the easy way. There is no easy way. Wolfstreet.com, demand for existing home sales falters further. Price cuts, days on market, new listings rise. So here we go. New home sales now in July. I don't have the August numbers, but the July numbers, I believe, were up 4.4%. And there's a lot, though, that we have to read into that because the home builders are smart. They're lowering prices. They're throwing in the travertine floors, the granite countertops. They're buying mortgage rates down. They're doing whatever they have to do. They're putting in a lot of incentives in order to get people to buy these homes. And I'm sitting here right now. I think they're building about 67 total homes in this development. And it is absolutely astonishing, the prices. But right now, what's happening in the housing market? Across the board, listings are rising. Median days on market is rising. Price reductions as a percent of active listings jump to the second highest level for any pre-health crisis month in the data behind July 2018. Now, if we look at existing home sales year over year, they're down 15.4%. We look at August of 2021 to today, we are down 32.6%. August of 2019, we're down 25.6%. August of 2018, existing home sales are down 24.5%. How in the world is this going to continue? I saw super unleaded at Chevron yesterday for $6.99. I'm going to be very honest with all of you. They opened up a new Texas Roadhouse in Indio. I could not believe the amount of cars, the amount of people at that restaurant. There were so many cars out yesterday. We went to the grocery store, Winco, in Indio, and the grocery store was not that busy, but Texas Roadhouse, extremely busy. The roads, I-10, the freeway, extremely busy. So right now you are paying about $6 per gallon for regular. You're paying $6.69 to maybe $7 for super unleaded now. And I could not believe the amount of people out there. So how are people doing it? Well, more than likely credit cards. Credit card debt is exploding while paying the credit card debt down. It's getting much harder. And that was on Fox Business this morning. Average APR on a credit card right now is running 22 to 26%. Most Americans may be aware of their monthly mortgage payment, but they have no idea the APR. All right, they don't know the APR of that credit card. Now they know the rate on that monthly payment that they're paying on the mortgage, but they don't know if they're paying 22, 23, 25, 26, 29% on their credit card. And if you don't know, you better check. There are 578 million credit card accounts in America. 47% of households are carrying a credit card balance. 40% are carrying a mortgage. 41% are carrying a car loan. People are carrying credit card debt longer. And the longer they carry that debt, the more they are paying on that debt. And I look at what's happening in housing. It is slowing down. It doesn't matter what anybody's telling you on the television. It doesn't matter what anybody's telling you in your circle of friends. The facts are the facts. Sales are absolutely collapsing. And it is a matter of time before we begin to see a run to the exits and we see all the shadow inventory with vacation homes and Airbnbs hitting the market. New home builders are already aware of what's going on. They are lowering prices. But this is shocking when you look at the homes here. They're starting out in the low to mid 900s. They're going to $1.4 million. That's starting, okay? Now, if you want the upgrades, you're going to be paying a lot more. Then they're probably starting at $1 million, going to $1.6 million, $1.65 million, depending on the upgrades. You know, do you want the travertine floors, the granite countertops? Do you want the custom doors? Do you want the upgraded garage door? These homes on average here are sitting on 8,200 square feet. These homes are literally 10 feet apart from one another. And this is typically now what $1 million and $1.5 million buys you out here in the desert now. This is absolutely shocking. You could reach out your window and shake your neighbor's hand. But I'll walk through and show you a few of these. There's a few under construction right now. But it's absolutely amazing to think where we're at with mortgage rates right now approaching 8%, how this is feasible, how it's sustainable. I really, really don't know, but it'll be interesting to see how it all plays out. So we'll check it out and see what we got. It's a beautiful day, about 94 degrees, sunny. The air is finally clearing out here. We've had wind for weeks. So let's take a look. So here we are. I think it's always good to just get out, walk around a little bit, and see what's going on in your area, and just see what $1 million, $1.5 million buys you today. So I think we're going to have 67 total here. These are in Palm Desert. I don't know how many are sold. There are some people living here now. I do see some for sale signs that are now existing sales. But I'll take a little walk down here. Yeah, I believe this one's for sale. For sale. So they have signs. If somebody's living in them, they'll have a private residence sign. So that's a private resident here. So most of these are sold. On this street. So please comment down below. I mean, they're not terrible houses, but 8,200 square feet for the average lot. Do these look like $1 million homes to you? Not to knock it, but not really. This just doesn't strike me as a $1 million neighborhood. Comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. We'll check a few more out. But think about this. We're approaching 8% on a 30-year. $1.5 million for one of these homes. It's a big payment. So again, what do you think? Are these $1 million homes? $1 million plus at about 8%. What happens when that price or the price of that mortgage goes up even higher? Right now, bankrate.com has a 30-year at 7.75. That was yesterday. Now, I do believe that's going to go much higher. There are people now paying probably about 8.5%. I do believe mortgage rates are going to go higher. I think we're definitely going over 8%. What happens when these homes are 8 or 9% and you're borrowing $1 million plus? Think about how big your payment is. I mean, we're talking $8,000 to $10,000. You have taxes, you have an HOA, you have insurance. You're talking $8,000 to $10,000 to live here. Unbelievable, ladies and gentlemen. How long does this last? How sustainable is this? And the people who are living here right now, hopefully they're making a lot of money, but I'm sure they got a much lower rate, but they're still paying probably, you know, $5,000, $6,000. That's a lot of money. One person, one spouse loses a job. Two people lose a job. An emergency happens. Inflation keeps rising. There are a lot of people putting themselves in very, very vulnerable situations. Be careful out there, ladies and gentlemen. God bless. So as I head out of here, just a quick point. It looks like a majority of these properties are sold, but the neighborhood is very, very quiet. You don't see a lot of cars at the homes. There's not a lot happening. Most of these homes were probably purchased as vacation homes or Airbnb homes, rental homes. And so that would be something I'd really want to know here. How many of these homes are vacation homes / Airbnb homes? And what happens when these people cannot rent these houses out, or if these people get into trouble? You know, the first thing to sell is the vacation home. I don't know, ladies and gentlemen, it just feels like something is very, very off, that we are right around the corner for something very, very big happening. I don't know what it's going to be, but real estate is going to play a big role here, and there is so much tied into real estate, so much money, and it's getting so expensive to borrow money to keep this machine going. I don't think it's got much longer. I don't know where the buyers are going to come from. Even the foreign investors, the foreign buyers, that pool has really, really shrunk. And they are literally just putting stuff up everywhere. I mean, I'm just pulling up to another development here right now. I'm going to pull in here. This is unbelievable. Right across the street. I want you to take a look at this. This is unbelievable. I'm going to have to come back here and probably shoot a video. I just came upon this just now. I'm in Palm Desert, California, but I'm sitting on probably 500 acres here. Let's get out. Hold on. Let me put a little filter on here so you can actually see it. Look at this. This is all brand new. Hundreds of acres. This is all being graded right now. Roads are in, sewers are in. All graded lots up here. This is all going to be brand new homes. This is probably at least, I've got to say probably 300 acres, maybe, could be more, could be 500. It's big. It's at least, it's big. It's probably 500 acres. Goes all the way to the wall out there, all the way to the wall, way back there. This is a big piece of property. Roads are in, sewers are in, power's in, grading lots right now. This is so reminiscent of 2007, ladies and gentlemen, when everybody was saying it'll never end. Your real estate agent told you that it's never going to stop. Prices are never going to go down. Nothing to worry about. The builders said, we've got many, many years of building to go. What are you talking about? It's never going to end. We're going to be building thousands and thousands of more homes out here. And then all of a sudden, 2008 hit. Gone. Lights out, done and over. And this is just, it's so eerily, it's almost spooky how similar this is. Take a good look. And then 5 minutes from here, we have the Disneyland project on 800 acres, 2,200 homes, retail shopping, 26-acre lagoon, golf course, restaurants, just unbelievable. So somebody is going to be proven wrong here. You and I will be proven wrong, or they're going to be proven wrong. And I cannot even imagine the amount of losses that are going to be coming to these home builders, to the investors, to the banks, especially the regional banks, and to the home buyers who purchased homes in the last 24 months. This is going to be a bloodbath. Get ready.